In this video, we're going to tell you how to read the game in badminton so that you know where the shuttle is going before your opponent has even hit their shot. It's going to help you to be earlier to the shuttle and ultimately win more points. So let's get to it.
Hello and welcome back to Badminton Insight. If you're new here, we're Greg and Jenny, two professional players releasing a new video every Sunday on all things badminton. So the most important thing you need to do when reading the game is to look at your opponents, and more specifically, look out for a couple of really important things which Greg is now going to expand on.
Yeah, so firstly, you need to look at their position on the court, as in, are they in a good position and likely to take the shuttle early, or maybe in a not so good position and likely to take the shuttle late. But then from this, you need to look at each individual player's technique and work out what they are or maybe aren't capable of doing. This comes down to smaller details, such as what grip they're in, where the racket is and maybe where it's facing, and also what phase of rotation they're in. For example, as you can see here, I've fully extended my arm too early and I'm in my final stage of rotation, so it's very obvious that I can't generate any power on the shot, and therefore it's going to be a drop shot. And this means Jenny can step forward and anticipate this shot. Another similar example we see a lot is on return of serves or at the net, where people have a completely straight arm and show their net shot too early, making it easy for their opponent. You'll also find that lots of people like to repeat the same shots from certain positions time and time again, and we see this so much. And this is a big part of reading the game, constantly learning from what's happening in the match.
So you're probably asking, well, that's great, but how do I actually learn this and get better at recognising these situations? Well, a lot of it comes down to experience and seeing these things happen, but you can definitely train yourself to look for them. Here's 3 simple stages of progression that you can do. Number 1, watch badminton. If you're at your club night and you're not playing, then watch the matches and look out for these tells. Or you can watch matches on YouTube. But when you're watching, make sure you're watching with an analytical mindset and not just watching to enjoy watching. Watching badminton at any level can really help you to understand the game more, which will help you in your own game. Secondly, do some routines where you have to recognise certain scenarios and adapt accordingly. For example, you can do a rally where you hit back to the same corner and focus on recognising how good your shot is and what position the feeder's in, and what shot they're likely to play from this position. You can therefore anticipate what shot they play and hopefully get to the shuttle earlier.
You can also do this in a defensive practice, either 1v1, 2v1, 3v1 or 2v2, maybe even 3v2. So as soon as you've played your defensive shot, you need to assess how good this shot is and then adjust accordingly. So if it's a good shot where your opponents are taking it below the height of the net, you need to edge forward a little bit and get your racket up, as they physically can't play the shot down. This is something so many people fail to do, and one of our virtual coaching customers, Raf, has kindly let us use this clip as an example. So here you can see he plays a good defensive shot and his opponents are taking the shuttle late, but he just stands there. He does edge forwards a little bit with his body, but his racket is down by his ankles, and then when his opponents hit this weak reply, he isn't in a position to capitalise, as he spends most of the preparation time lifting his racket up from his ankles. And as you can see, he unfortunately ended up making a mistake from this shot as a result. And of course, if you hit the shot upwards so that your opponent is taking the shuttle above the height of the net, then you need to adjust your racket so it's a bit lower in your defensive position. And now you know what to look for, you finally need to put these skills to the test in a match. You won't get it right 100% of the time, so don't be discouraged. The more you practice, the better you'll get. In general, we see so many people just wait until their opponent has hit the shuttle to make any sort of move. So train yourself to make instant movements as soon as you've seen your opponent's preparation and what shot they're likely to play.
That really is the key to reading the game well. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please give it a like, smash the subscribe button if you haven't already, and we'll see you on another video. Maybe one of the ones we're showing now.